Welcome back to the Youth Academy Challenge, guys. Episode 10 with Livorno in Italy. Last episode, we got promoted through the playoffs to Serie B. This episode, we're going to see where we are in the league, how the youngsters are getting on, and we're going to also have a look at our youth intake preview. Life in Serie B is going quite well at the moment. Overachieving, I would definitely say. 10th in the league. Only 4 losses in 18 games is pretty nice. 4 goal difference. It's very tight at the in the middle of the league. We're 12 points away from relegation and we're 8 points away from promotion. We're not going to get promotion. That's not going to happen. We have, though, just beaten third place, who were second place, Benevento, 2-1 in the last game, to push us up from, I think it was 12th to 10th. So, it's going quite well. That's the first thing you guys need to know. The season preview, we have a quick look at this. We are 450 to 1. And Cosenza are the next favourites at 25 to 1. Obviously, Juventus can't be promoted, so they have no odds. There's some ridiculous players in this league. For example, Italian international Matteo Pessina is playing for Monza, and they are not even the best team in the league. Pirola at the back is ridiculous. Bonifante up front, I think he's for Verona. Just some really, really, really good players that my players have they've no right to be playing against some of these guys, but we are, and we're doing all right. Like I said, 10th in the league. It's not bad. I am, however, going to now check out our youngsters and how they've been getting on through this season. The results have been pretty mad. The main man, Francesco Foo, as you guys can see, has been an absolute tear in Serie B. Now, he's not played amazingly lately. He started the season like a house on fire. The reason for his dip in form, though, if you can see, is he's wanted by 3 clubs, Brescia, Cagliari and Sampdoria, all in Serie A, which is a real nightmare. He's also a 4.5-star player now with a little bit to go. His mentals are ridiculous. His physicals are getting there as well. He does want to leave right now. He wants to join a stronger squad. Now, before that happened, I did manage to get in with a nice little deal, and I got him on a 3-year contract and another 3 years optional by club, so extension. So we do have him until 2033, which is like 6 more seasons, or 5.5 more seasons now. So that's good. So he will be 23 by that point. So I'm hoping one of 2 things have happened. Either at 23, his attributes don't look much better than this, which would be good for us right now, because if he gets much better than this, I'm going to have no chance, and the board are going to accept offers for him. Hopefully he doesn't get too much better, but that means he's good for us. And at 23, he looks like that. He'll look unremarkable, and Serie A clubs won't want to look at him because his attributes right there at 18 look really good. But at 23, he still looks good, but he doesn't look as good, right? So that's one thing that could happen. The second thing that could happen, and this is the one that we all hope is going to happen, is we're going to get some players through our youth intakes these next couple of years, and they can catch him up or help him out, and we can have that stronger squad because of those youngsters, and then he will hopefully sign a new contract. I can't believe how good he's become. I honestly did not expect him to be this good. He's just, every single time I've clicked on him this season, there's been arrows everywhere. Now, at the moment, we're working on his agility and his balance to get that up to 10, his agility. Then I'll be working on his acceleration to get that up to 10. And then we'll look to get him up to 11 and 12s. His technicals don't need much work. Obviously, his passing needs a little bit. His dribbling, he's never going to be a really good dribbler, so I'm just going to leave that. His mentals are going to improve as and when he gets older, which is always what happens. They're already really strong. So at the moment, I'm really hard focusing on his physicals, which, as you can see, have had a really big upgrade. So if we look at his progress sheet here, now I'm wary that you guys can't see right now, so I'll get rid of my camera. There we go. So if we have a look at his mentals to start with, his anticipation has gone up by 6. His composure has gone up by 6. His off the ball's gone up by 6. His leadership's gone up to 6 from 1, which is up by 5. His position has gone up by 4. Vision gone up by 4. And if we have a look at his acceleration, it's gone up by 5, which is ridiculous. His balance has gone up by 5. His pace, his stamina, his strength, and his agility have all gone up by 4, which is absolutely ridiculous growth from Francesco. Like I said, he started off really well this season, but he sort of dropped off because teams are wanting him, and he's a little bit annoyed with me. Mr. Vantaggiato is up next. Now, he hasn't played well this year, I'm not going to lie. It's just as straight as simple as that. There's no reason for it. He's not wanted by anyone, anything like that, but he's just not played very well. He's only scored 1 goal out of 3.68 XG, which is quite poor for him, and he's only got 2 assists in 18 appearances, so he's not doing much. Really, I'm playing him just for growth, and he's not contributing anything to the matches, which is annoying. But I've just got to play him because I need him to get better, right? And hopefully at some point he'll click, and he'll go bang and score loads of goals. Now, next season, with Henrique leaving and Mutton leaving, well, at the moment they are anyway. Mutton definitely is. Henrique is still not too sure. This guy might have to end up being as the striker for us. So I'm hoping a change of position from left midfield currently to striker might change that. Now, it's not looking good because his finishing doesn't look amazing, even though it's only 6, but 3.68 XG and 1 goal isn't great. 15 off the ball is good, 15 technique's good, and his balance is improving and everything else. Like I said, I'm just playing him for growth, that's it. He's worth up to $1 million, which is nice. I think he is happy. He's happy at the club. Yeah, he's unhappy with the training. I don't care about that, to be honest. I do need more coaches and better coaches. I have got him on a deal as well, which is quite nice. 5 years, just 5 straight years. Obviously, when I next get to another contract, which will be next season, I'll give him 5 years plus an extra 3. So I'll try and get an 8-year contract, which is the most you can get. And then that sort of ties him down for probably his whole career, because I don't think he'll ever become amazing to the point where teams will still want him at 23, 24. I don't think he'll get much better than he is. It says he's leading Serie C right now, and he's a potential Serie B standard. So he's not going to be a Serie A standard player, but that's more than fine for us, because that's fine. Those Serie A players are hopefully, after a few upgrades in the next couple of seasons, hopefully they're in our academy waiting right now. So we just want these guys to bridge the gap to Serie B, and then we can settle in Serie B. Even if we have 6 or 7 seasons in here, I don't want that, but if that happens, it's absolutely fine. Gargiulo, by the way, has just flown at the same rate as Francesco Foo. This guy has played every single game. He's got average over 7 ratings, 6 assists. He does take corners, which is quite nice. He has scored a nice goal as well. He's playing a deep line playmaker in defensive midfield. I'm working on his physicals, like Francesco's. Physical-wise, we've not really got many good youngsters in. It's a bit crazy. Even the winger, Vantagiato, he struggled with his physicals, especially at the start. He's still not that fast anyway. I think he's got 9 acceleration, which is really poor for a winger and a striker. I can't say much else about him. He's just become amazing. His mentals again. We've got some really good players with really good mental attributes as well, which is, I think, is what helping us with our mid-table position right now. I've got this guy on a 5-year contract as well, and a 3-year plus. So I've got an 8-year contract on Mr. Gargiulo, which I was so happy about. He hasn't kicked up a fuss right now. He's still happy. He's still fine. Francesco Foo was happy, and then all of a sudden, in the last couple of weeks, month now, he's just got a bit annoyed about it. I think it's because that last little burst he had of progression tipped him over the edge onto like the unhappiness scale. I'm hoping if he has bad run of form, which he's on at the moment, maybe he comes down to a 4-star player, and he's and hopefully he's sort of like, oh, I don't mind. You're doing quite well in mid-table. That's fine, because he's only a Serie C player, by the way. Even if he's 4.5 stars current, that is a Serie C player for us. For example, Sabatini is our best player, and he's a leading Serie C player. So none of my players currently are of Serie B standard, apparently. Now, obviously they are, but attributes-wise, they're not. We're getting a very, very good tune out of them all. The other guy that we've been looking at is Taglioni. Now, I think Taglioni is probably at his limit, which is fine for me. You can see he's downgrading, and then he gets a bit of an upgrade, and then he sort of stays at this level. So I don't think he's going to get much better. But his average rating in Serie B for so far of half the season is 6.93. So that's absolutely fine. We've got a left back for a good while yet. He's got a 4-year contract. We're not going to lose him. He's going to be here for as long as I want him to be, and that's all good. Alessio Piras, I've not managed to get him in, and I'm scared to. As soon as we're safe, though, he's going to go in. So I expect us to finish nearer to the bottom of the league, I would say, 15th, 16th. As soon as we're safe, he's going to go in, and we're probably going to drop points. This guy up against Serie B strikers isn't going to be pretty, but I need to play him because I need him to become good enough. I need him to be at least 2.5 star before the start of the next season, and then we're going to hopefully start him next season, which would be quite nice. The other one is Carlotti. Now, Carlotti's another one exactly like Piras. I want to get him in. I've retrained him to right midfield. Every time I've started him at right midfield, every time I brought him on at right midfield, we struggle. We're often the game flips in the opposition's favour, which I can understand why. He's not amazing. but he's got 5-star potential. I'm wanting to try and phase as many of these guys out as possible. So at some point, again, same with Piras, I'm going to have to put them in once we're safe. And I'm going to take Bellini out. Now, Bellini's good. He's okay. But he's 29. So I'm not really gaining anything from playing Bellini. So as soon as we don't have anything to gain, i.e. safe, those guys are going to come in. Luis Enrique as well has struggled a little bit. 7 goals in 18 games is fine. But he's just out of form a lot more than he's in form. This is his absolute maximum level. So I'm hoping I can convince him to stay as a backup striker next season if we have to. Because I'm just going to have to throw Carlotti in and Piras in next season. Lorenzo Rossi is now a 2.5-star player. He's improving slightly, but his technicals, I can't get them up at all. I just can't move them. But what I have thought about is retraining Sabatini to right wing here, moving Gargiulo up to box, putting Rossi in at defensive midfield. That gets Bellini out and also gets Rossi in, and then just throwing Carlotti up front for Henrique, even though I know he's only got 4 finishing, I understand. But I just need to throw them on because they've got potential. So anyone that's got potential just needs to be on the pitch. Obviously, my goalkeeper, Bianco, I'm not trying to loan him out. And once he's had a good loan and he comes back, again, I'm just going to have to throw him in once we're safe. It's very much a situation of I'm going to have to lose points. This intake coming up this season is so crucial. If it's bad again, I don't know what we're going to do. Quite frankly, I'm not sure what we're going to do. We're probably going to lose Fino if it's not very good. The next 2 especially are crucial. The next one's really important, but the second one, the next season, is make or break, honestly, to the point where we could get relegated if we lose Fino and maybe Vantagiato outgrows us as well. Sabatini could also too. In terms of Sabatini, I've got him on a 4-year deal. I'll try and redo that next season again. Our finances, they're not terrible, but they're not looking like they're going to get any better. Really annoying. I can't get any upgrades. We've just not got no upgrades. No chance of upgrades. Just nada. Nothing. 0. We've had a takeover in progress for about 4 months, which is not... I'm hoping that someone comes in and puts some money in. I don't want a tycoon. Obviously, it'd be nice, but I don't want one. It'll spoil it, sort of. The intake preview, though, however, is this. Now, it says it's 5 stars. I wonder if this team... this is a better screen for you guys. It says 5 stars, but we've only got 3 Cs, 2 Ds, 2 Es, an F, and then literally an X or a dash, whatever it is. Now, as you notice here, we have got Cantarelli in. I did want him last season. As I went up to Serie B, we managed to be able to afford higher wages, so he's in now. This intake isn't his doing. If you guys don't know, head over to my video after this, which has the truth about youth intakes. The next 2 intakes are going to be my previous guy, so I can't judge Cantarelli for another 2 seasons, which is slightly annoying. I'm hoping he's going to change our fortunes massively over the next couple of years because he's a massive upgrade on what we have. We're going to get another goalkeeper, apparently, and a centre-back, which is nice, and a wide midfielder, actually, which is quite good. This could be a lie. This could have been changed because we changed our head of youth, and it could be quite confused. I don't know. We could get the intake. It could have 6 elite talents, 5 elite talents. We just need numbers. We just need some good numbers. They don't have to be Serie A players. They can be good Serie C players, but I need numbers in because we're heading to a situation where, I just searched by age there, Giordani, Bassini, Fissori, Ronchi are all over 30. Enrique, Bellini and Brenner and Mutton, they're all reaching 30. And if we take that out, not only is that some good players, as you can see by these star ratings, it's also a lot of our team. So, and the guys in the under-20s, El Mazi, I think I'm just going to have to stick him in at some point next season. If he has to go left midfield, and that means we put Vantagiato up front, that's another option. David Gioca, his potential has got worse. And Luca Ponzo, his potential has also got worse slightly. But he looks okay, to be honest. He looks like a striker that's got good attributes in a fair amount of areas. So he's going to get some game time next year. In the under-18s, we've got Corelli. Like I said, this is both our youth teams. We've got 4 players. We need numbers, guys. We need numbers. Now, I might have to sign more up than I would like next time. But that's going to come at a cost as well. Each player I sign can only have a £450 minimum weekly wage. So that's going to cost us on our finances. And it's going to put us further down in the projection for no upgrades. So I'm in a bit of a catch-22 at the moment. I need some luck. The intakes have to be better. If we have a look at our results as well, we did beat Benevento, who are 3rd. We lost 1-0 to Salernitana, who are 1st, and the best team in the league by a mile. They scored in the 84th minute. We drew with Palermo. We beat Cremonese as well, who are 2nd, which is amazing. We had a few annoying losses to Cittadella, who are 16th, Cesena, who are 12th. But again, we're not losing. Our heaviest loss is Pisa, 2-0. Unfortunately, they're our rivals, so that was annoying. And they are 6th. The board weren't happy about that. But we're doing all right. We drew with Monza 3-3. It was a crazy result. We were 3-0 down, and we got 3 goals back there. I brought in Giordani on at the end, and he scored a goal in the 81st minute. So all in all, it's going all right. But the next couple of years are massively key. I'm going to need you guys to pray for me. That's going to be the end of the video. The next video, though, is going to be the end of the season, the intake, and obviously another little recap on how the players have come and how our squad's progressed. And any news on Henrique as well, we need to keep him. Leave a like on the video, though, guys. That would be amazing. Leave a subscription on the channel. That would be fantastic as well. If there's anything you guys want me to do in these videos, please let me know in the comments to sort of fine-tune them, make them better. This is sort of my first real Let's Play that I'm really taking a massive amount of care about. Before, it was just sort of me playing and uploading it to YouTube. That's not going to get me anywhere. I want to do Let's Plays in the future, Youth Academy Challenges or not. So please let me know. I always want to get better, so please keep letting me know. And until next time, guys, as always, I'll catch you then. Goodbye.